Lonmin Platinum Mine in Marikana in the northwest warns that an indefinite strike will ultimately threaten the jobs of more than 40,000 workers. And white-collar crime is on the rise in South Africa. I'm Richard Brooks. Lonmin Platinum Mine in Marikana in the northwest has warned that an indefinite strike will ultimately threaten the jobs of more than 40,000 workers. Lonmin says it will have to resume production by Friday or shut down some of its operations. The company has laid charges against several workers who marched inside the mine premises yesterday and tried to stop their colleagues from resuming work. Lonmin spokesperson Sue Vey.
Yesterday there was a group of 200 people gathered at the shaft on Eastern Platinum, and they suggested to management that if they didn't stop encouraging people to come to work, that they would suffer repercussions. The mine security reported it to the police, and the police and mine security have high visibility throughout the property, so that they can secure the safety of those wanting to come to work.
White-collar crime is on the rise in South Africa. That's according to law firm Norton's Incorporated director John Oxenham. He says fraud and corruption in the public and private sectors were widely regarded as two of the biggest threats to the South African economy. Oxenham says with the most recent fuel price increase and the high prices of food, there is a big temptation for individuals. Oxenham says there is a lack of internal controls to combat fraud and corruption.
A way of doing business in the country, a lot of business is obviously limited to tenders or dealing with officials in the procurement environment. And from a corruption perspective, what we've witnessed certainly is that having too much individual responsibility without controls on business themselves and also within state entities, that certainly increased the amount of corruption, and then from an individual corporation perspective, the amount of fraud itself.
Retailer Woolworths has until noon today to open all job positions to all race groups or face mass action on social media. That's according to Trade Union Solidarity. The union's Dirk Herman says they intend starting a campaign against the retailer if it does not change job advertisements on its website, stating that only black, coloured and Indian candidates would be considered.
South Africans will not accept this kind of absolute exclusion of a specific race group. It's also not morally justifiable. We've sent a letter to them late yesterday afternoon. They've acknowledged that they received the letter. They have till 12 o'clock, so we will wait till 12 o'clock, but everything is set up. Facebook groups, we've set up Twitter messages, we've created a special website.
The Eastern Cape Social Development Department is still studying the ruling by the South Gauteng High Court in Joburg that grandparents will no longer qualify for foster care grants. The court last week found that grandparents and siblings also had the duty to support children, a ruling which disqualifies thousands of grandparents from foster care grants. The department's spokesperson, Obani Maswana.
We are still going to study the judgment, and after legal services have done that, they are going to advise the department on what other legal avenues that we can explore so that our people in the Eastern Cape are not grossly affected by this judgment. We hope then that our engagement with the National Department and other state institutions, they are going to assist us in coming up with a solution